Hello everyone, I am Anish Madan. I am an undergraduate student at IIIT Delhi and I am going to be presenting on the topic Weakly Supervised Categoric Visual Question Generation. This work was done along with my wonderful collaborators mentioned on the screen. So let's start by understanding the definition of our task. So visual question generation is the task of generating natural questions given an image, and there exist many different challenges in constructing a VQG system. So first we need to capture the various concepts in an image. The generated questions need to be relevant to the image. There should exist a many-to-one mapping between the image and generated questions, and multiple questions are possible per image. And we should avoid questions which invoke generic answers like yes or I don't know. As we see in the figure on the right, we can observe that the little girl is jumping, the mother is trying to read something, and the image probably looks like of a hotel room, and there are photographs hanging above the bed. So these are some of the different concepts that a VQG system should be able to capture, and all of these questions are relevant to the image as well. And so moving on to the next slide, we briefly mention our main contributions, which is to propose a method for category specific visual question generation, which doesn't require ground truth answers while training. So we try to weaken the supervision by removing the need for answers. And the categories are broad in nature, which does not overly constrain the nature of questions to be generated. So as we can see in the figure here, these are some of the categories that we use in our training. Uh, this category like spatial, which helps pinpoint to a location in an image, activity or binary. These are quite broad categories. Then we use a variational training to approach to use a single combined latent space for image and category. We use category consistency using cyclic training, which helps ensure that the predicted category of the generated question matches a ground truth category. We use center loss for category wise clustering. We use center loss to constrain the latent space and divide it into clusters equal to the number of categories in the data. We also introduce a hyperprior on the learning, the inverse variance of the VAE prior. This helps capture independent visual features within the combined latent space and helps generate more diverse questions. So here we have our training architecture. We pass the image via CNN and category label via a neural network to get embeddings, which we then encode into our VAE framework. We then try to maximize mutual information between the image category in question by reconstructing the image and category embedding, while also maximizing the MLE of the generated question. In cycle consistency assurance step, we try to ensure that the predicted category label matches the category label of the ground truth. This is done via cross entropy loss. Apart from this, we also use center loss on the latent space for category specific questions and a modified hyperprior for the VAE prior to generate diverse questions. So some of our qualitative results are shown here. So we can see that generated questions are quite category specific, diverse and relevant to the images. As we can see in for this image, we can see observe a car and a building. So for a spatial category, we can the model asks where is the car parked, which is category specific. And for color, we ask the model asks what color is the car. So all and for another example, let's see this cat is sitting on near a TV. So there's a question related to animal, which says what kind of animal is this? Model asks what is the cat sitting on. So, and we can see that for each of the category, the questions are different, which means there is diversity in the generated questions as well as while it is also category specific and relevant to the image. So these are some of the benefits that our approach offers. So now we see some of the quantitative results that we get. We see these results on some language modeling metrics like the BLUE score the Meteor, Cider, and the Rogue L score, as well as diversity metrics, which include the strength and inventiveness of the generated questions. So compare our approach to the state of the art on the VQA 2.0 dataset. So Krishna et al. Is the paper which uses answers as well as categories. VICTU2Q and Krishna et al. Without answers, they both use only the categories for the question generation. And we can see, though we are behind in the score from the Krishna et al., which uses answer as well as categories, due to lack of supervision, we lag behind a little bit. But as compared to the other two methods which use only category, we have quite good results, and we especially lead in the Meteor, Cider, and the Rogel scores. When it comes to diversity, we even beat the approach which uses answers, as we get a better strength and inventiveness score by quite a margin. So basically, strength is the percentage of unique questions generated over number of unique questions, unique ground truth questions, and inventiveness is basically the percentage of unique questions generated which were unseen during the training. So the diversity metrics and the language modeling metrics showcase the benefits of using our approach. And with this, I would like to conclude my presentation. Hope you found it interesting. For more details, you can visit the following link, and thank you.